Before you start working with Photoshop, it's good to know where all the different parts of the interface are and what they do. So right now I am in Photoshop. This is version CS6, not very different from the version you will be working on. Just to show you the parts of the interface in this video. So right here at the top we've got the menu, like in almost all kinds of software, some very standard things, like from the file menu you can do a new document, open, close, save, save as, print, export, etc. Edit, again, some basic things like undo and cut, copy and paste. And the rest of the menus here, we'll work through some of them as we progress. Obviously the view menu is about zooming in, zooming out, getting things to show or hide. And from the window menu, this is where you can find all the different panels that you can open or close. So moving on to what the panels are, in this area here of the interface is where the panels appear. So if from my window menu I want to have an info panel, I click and it appears here. I can drag it and place it on the side here. If I don't want a panel, I can close it from there. I can move things around, open things, I can take things out and move them around my screen wherever it works for what I'm doing, or I can just take them and place them back here on the side, or I can just dock them back again in their group. So you are quite flexible and free to play around with the way your interface looks. Usually at the beginning there is no need for that, but once you get more comfortable with the software, you will come to appreciate the flexibility. One other note is up here, as you can see, is this little button that when I click has got some options. So these are predefined sets of combinations of panels that are available. So for example, if I go for the typography set, what will happen is this area will reset to display a different set of panels. So I've got panels that are more relevant to typographic tasks. If I am interested in doing things that are more relevant with painting, I can set it to be at a painting combination of panels. So I've got swatches, colors, I've got brush presets and so on. Let's go back again to Essentials, which is like what it says, the Essentials. Another thing to note is if you start with a predefined set of panels, but you start moving things around and maybe closing things down and so on, if you want to bring everything back to the original Essentials way, you can go here and you can reset the Essentials. So now it's back to where we started from. And as you can see, you can create new workspaces and delete them if you don't want them. So this means that you can configure the way that your interface looks. You can go here and create this as a new workplace, save it with a name, and then it will be available in your list of options. So on the other side now of the interface, we've got this area here, which is equally interesting. This is called the Tools bar. So the Tools bar is what the name says, a bar with tools. When I hover over each one of those icons, as you see, I get a little description that tells me what that tool does. So that's the rectangular marquee tool, that's the move, and so on. When there is a tool that has got this little arrow on the corner, it means that if you click and hold, when you release your mouse, you've got more options hiding behind. So the Move tool has got only this one tool in this button, but the rectangular marquee, if I click and release, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 options in this tool. Now the first one is selected, but I could change to another one. So most of the tools have got more options hiding behind. So this means if at some point you are looking for a tool that you are certain you used before but you cannot see it here, it might be because it's hiding behind another one. So if, for example, I switch now from my eraser to my magic eraser, then if I change tools to use something different, it will always still be here selected as a magic eraser. So this means that my normal eraser is now hiding behind. I need to click and change it back to my normal eraser. At the bottom of this panel, after the magnifying glass here, we've got two color swatches, which are the colors that you can paint and you can erase with. So if I go here and select my pencil tool, so if I go over this to find the name, this is my pencil tool. Now if I try to draw, I'm drawing with black. If I click on black, I can go and change my colors to something else. And so now my foreground color, as it's called, is purple. So now if I'm drawing with purple. I can always reset to black and white, or I can use the arrow to bring the forward color to the backward color to the front, and the front color to make it backward. Finally, we've got this area up here, which is called the Options panel. This panel changes every time I change the tool I'm using. So the options for the Move tool appear here. If I change to the elliptical marquee, I've got different options. If I change to my pencil, I've got different options. So every time, for every tool that you choose, you can customize it, and the customization takes place up here in the Options panel. Of course, the middle of the screen, my document window, is where you open your pictures or you create your new documents. And if you've got many pictures open, as you see here, you've got different windows open. Clicking on the different names will take you to different pictures and back. Another way that you can see what you have open and change views from document to document is from the window panel. You will see down here I've got a list of all the pictures that are open right now on Photoshop. The tick shows the one that I am working on right now, and I can just click and go to another one.